Our next speaker is the chair of the Libertarian Party of Wisconsin. He is the man that keeps us all focused on our tasks at hand, including finding local candidates to run, ballot access, fundraising, and the marketing of the Libertarian Party of Wisconsin. He is basically the man that keeps everybody in line. He's going to tell you what is going on locally and within the state of Wisconsin for the Libertarian Party and why it's important for you to join. Please put your hands together and welcome my friend Matt Bughman.
Good evening, everybody. Again, I'm Matt Bughman. I have the honor of serving as the state chair for the Libertarian Party of Wisconsin. I also serve on the national committee for this region. I just want to give you a thanks to all of you who came out in this cold. I know the bipolar nature of Wisconsin, and I appreciate all of you coming out to welcome in, hopefully, the next president of the United States of America, Dr. Jorgensen. What I want to do is I want to tell you a little bit about some of the struggles we face and some of the things we're working on. In 2018, I want you to remember this number. There were 28 third-party and independent candidates on the ballot across Wisconsin. Now let's move to this year, 2020, where many top Republicans and Democrats called the fall ballot access success in the face of COVID-19. Well, that just isn't true. Between COVID-19 crisis and the civil unrest, it was virtually impossible for candidates who aren't established back to gather signatures. We at the Libertarian Party of Wisconsin petitioned the state several times, letting them know that unless the ballot access requirements were appropriately lessened, our voices would be silenced. These petitions fell on deaf ears. I personally spent several days attempting to call members of the Assembly, the Senate, and our governor, urging them to act on this. And instead, I was patronized and ignored. Every call we made to your representatives was rebuffed, and you should remember that when you go to the polls. In the end, we were told by both parties to stop whining and just follow the rules. The rules established by the duopoly, not to serve you, but to preserve their power. And because of their indifference this year, there will only be six independent and third-party candidates on the ballot. And that is a travesty because your voices need to be heard. Third-party and independent voices need to be heard. What I'll say, though, is their indifference strengthens my resolve to the cause of liberty and libertarianism. I'm a libertarian because the Libertarian Party is the only political party to actually promote justice, peace, and reform, while the old parties fail us each time they have the chance to do the right thing. I'm a libertarian because our current government leaders pay lip service to reform and then institute unjust laws which, whether through intent or not, target our most vulnerable communities. The Libertarian Party has consistently stood for nonviolence and criminal justice reform since its foundation, and in that spirit, I will continue to promote liberty professionally as your state chair and in all my personal endeavors. My goal since being elected as the state chair of Wisconsin LPWI has been to grow liberty at the local level. And to that end, we're trending upwards. In the spring election, which we focused on, we had several candidates that won local offices in contested races. So that means they were running against somebody and they won in these contested races. And we've already seen the positive effect as several of them have gotten positive libertarian policy and criminal justice reform on the local level. It is so important to be involved at the local level because, yes, there are elected libertarians and they are making a difference. We have seen our state and national party membership rise. We have seen new local affiliates flourish, including the Door County Libertarians and our Fox Valley Libertarians. And these are all important factors as we strive to bring liberty to Wisconsin. So join the state and national party, engage your local affiliates, and volunteer in your communities. Be the example you want to see. But the most important thing we can do in this election is to vote for Dr. Joe Jorgensen on November 3rd. Dr. Jorgensen is a voice not only for libertarians, but for every Wisconsinite who feels left behind by the hyper-partisanship of the two parties. She is a woman of principle with an unwavering belief in personal liberty. She is a presidential candidate that won't compromise your values in the voting booth. So a vote for Dr. Jorgensen is a vote for a real substantive change and reform this country desperately needs. And before I finish, I'll leave you with a quote, one of my more favorite ones, being from Irish descent, that I think is applicable to our fight today. I was spoke by the Irish revolutionary Michael Collins, and he said these words as he founded a free Ireland from the seemingly invincible English Empire. Give us the future. We've had enough of your past. Give back our country to live in, to grow in, to love. Have a great day, and vote Dr. Jorgensen November 3rd.